Welcome back to more castles, everyone.
Hi.
That's Buttergripple. He's joining me for this one.
We're gonna build a chocolate castle.
Yes! The chocolate castle. Now check this shit.
Unfortunately, I don't think this game with its data technology will allow for a chocolate castle.
Look at this. 1 frame per second animation, baby. That's how we did it back in 1993.
Terrain.
Gives the illusion of motion.
The castle of King Charles of Britannia.
That's a castle, alright.
This guy doesn't look suspicious at all. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
King Charles is dead. The news spread as quickly as a plague. King Charles of Britannia was dead. Dead without an heir. All through Britannia and Europe, local lords gathered their forces
You
to
sure
stake
are
claim
things
on the
related to
throne of
castles.
Britannia, or to support someone else's
I am
claim,
entirely
with hopes
immersed.
their support would be remembered. Civil war was the most terrible of all. It could haunt a nation for generations. Battles were bloody and chaotic. Poor leaders destroyed even the finest of armies.
This looks like
There was
Advanced
only
Dungeons
one
and Dragons
force
first
strong enough
edition.
to give a nation stability in these dark times. Fortresses strong enough to turn a count into a king. To become king, you must conquer castles, siege, and conquest.
Man. Games back in my day, I'm telling you. And oh hey, look at that. Quoting the art of war in a game about medieval France. Okay.
Is the acme of skill. Alright.
Right, welcome to the main menu, which is a really weird main menu actually, because on the left you have reference, and that is actually clips from a British documentary on castle building and castle strategy. And then you can go into designs where you can load up classic designs based on real castles that you can take a look at or make your own. There is also a voiced game tutorial, which is basically a voiced slideshow that explains the basic mechanics. And then on the very far right is the actual game. And then the screen looks pretty empty, and then off to the left all of a sudden are 2 small buttons with options and quit. This is a really strange title screen. Not to mention that the title itself is in the bottom right corner where you looked last. Someone must have been drunk when they were making this. In any case, Castles 2 is an interesting game. Most interesting, perhaps, was that it was released on CD. So it has voice acting and everything. And you can play as various factions. Albion, Burgundy, Aragon, Valois or Anjou. And
Those are all English and French. Oh,
Yes.
and Spanish, I guess.
yeah, which is sort of weird because the game is actually set in France. King Charles of France has died and he has no heir, which means that
Oh,
you
so
need
it's like 100-year war sort of thing.
yeah, sort of. Only instead
It's all
of
on the French mainland, but not... Yeah.
yeah. Only instead of incessant warfare, you're mainly building castles. Again.
There's no war in this game. You just build a castle and look at it.
Yep. Now, commodities. Geog, of course, means geographical. Sorry. Or random. Or even balanced. Now, geographical means that if you're in the wrong part of France, well, fuck you, you're not getting any wood. And then you're fucked. Random means that the AI gets everything and you don't get anything, in my experience. While balanced, basically, well, I think you can figure out what balance means. It means that everyone gets at least a small share of the cake. But we are going to do this geographical. And then we have battles. No, we don't want any battles. Ugh, oh jeez, battles. Ugh. We're probably going to have battles. Let's pop right in there. Now check this shit. What we need to do is set actions and shit. And by doing this, we need to gather things.
I like gathering.
I love gathering.
Almost as much as I like hunting.
Yeah. Let's see, we can send a diplomat to the Pope. Let's do that. Let's send our political guys there and request to and offer to. Seems about right. Now then, let's visit this place. Then you can take a look around and you see that there's nothing here. So let's design our first castle.
Ooh.
When you do this, let's see, first you need to place a keep. The keep is, as you might imagine, the home of the castle, and that's where most of the cool shit will be happening. Everyone just hangs out in there. And then you spend the next 10 minutes fighting with the perspective because it's shit.
Yeah.
And realize that you built your castle wrong, and then you get really butt mad and you just shut the shit down. God damn it, I hate this. As you can tell right now, actually, I fucked up already. God damn it. This is a lot trickier than it looks, I'll tell you that. The perspective does not lend it well to any sort of precision.
No, symmetry isn't that important.
In castle building, actually it isn't. You have a good point there. Symmetry is actually generally regarded as a weakness because it means that you can analyze the castle from any direction.
Also, generally when you're building a castle, you don't have just perfect flat land
the
like
luxury
this.
of flat land, yeah. Right then. There we go. Let's see if I can remember how the heck you get out of there. Ah, there we go. There we go. Right. So now we have a castle, sort of, but before we can actually
It's
start...
perfect.
Yeah, yes, it's perfect. But before we can actually start building it, we need to free up some points. Now, here's how it works. You have the basic labor points, I suppose you could say, that cut timber, collect iron and stuff. And you spend these points on various actions. Right now we're cutting timber. These are also used to build castles. You then also have a military task that you can apply, which is basically almost solely recruiting and fighting. And then you have diplomats that you can, well, do diplomacy things with.
Most powerful soldiers.
Yes, the most powerful
They can
soldiers.
use magic. I mean, they're blue, so obviously they're wizards.
Oh, is that how it is? Oh, there you go. But we're purple. For some reason we are purple. Now, I'm not sure, but I think that France doesn't look quite like I remember it. Somehow.
Hmm.
Seems a bit, I don't know,
Wrong.
stylized? I like also that it says that we have a partial castle. We have like chalk drawings on the ground. There is no partial about it. Jesus Christ. I mean, look at that thing.
Pathetic.
Pathetic.
It's not even made of chocolate.
You're really going for the chocolate castle thing, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
You have no idea.
If I win the lottery, that's happening.
He won the Powerball. What did he spend his money on? Unsuccessfully constructing a castle out of chocolate that consistently melted away.
Successfully. Well, that's why I'll build it in, the Arctic Circle somewhere.
Oh. Come up to
It'll
Lapland.
be like the Ice Hotel.
Oh, yeah. The Ice Chocolate Hotel. Neat. Cut
And that'll stop people from
complete.
eating it, too.
Cancel this fucking task. Let's see. So we don't want to do that anymore. We want to build a castle. Put some admin on that shit.
There actually is a sort of chocolate castle near where I live, because it's a
Here is the message from
candy
the
store
diplomat
that's
who you sent to the
stylized
Pope,
like
Your
a
Majesty.
castle. And they serve delicious penny candy.
There you go.
Mm.
We have improved relations with the Pope by giving them 1 gold. Man, the Pope is cheap. As you can see, tasks will just basically continuously repeat unless you tell them to do anything else. Let's see, let's set our guys on scouting the province of Normandy and see if someone's around. And while that is happening, I suppose we can visit and take a look. Oh man, look at these guys. A lot of people not doing much of everything. Why are they digging outside the walls? What are they...
They all look either naked or shirtless.
I like the guy with the plank that is just walking back and forth. Does anyone need a plank? Anyone? I got a plank. But yeah, while Castles 1 was solely about just moving labor around and watching a castle slowly but surely shoot up off the ground, here the campaign map is where most of the gameplay takes place, while the castles are a bit of a... well, an afterthought, honestly.
Wait, so where do you get, income so you can pay for your castle?
By hoping to God that you have somewhere where you can pick up gold. You can head to the black market and trade iron and gold and shit, but suffice to say that it's...
necessitate a black market?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure those are commodities that can be sold openly.
No. Lumber is highly valued, but only to the right man. Oh, hello. Normandy has gold.
Do they now?
Yes. I say that once we finish that archer recruitment, we go kick their asses. Meanwhile, we should scout out over here. Gonna get that gold. Yep. Somehow... Whoa!
Let us say, we have received word of a miracle. There is a pool in Annonay into which one of the stars of heaven fell. It is considered an omen of great portent by the astrologers, my liege.
Okay. So a star fell into a lake. And then we can confiscate the land. We can consult the astrologers to determine the nature of this omen. Or we can chastise the knight for bringing you such an idle rumor. Man, the king looks really weird. He's just staring at that poor knight standing there going, yep. That's, that's my message, yeah. Yeah.
Well, what do we do?
The king is asleep. No one realized. Man, what slim legs the king has. Look at that, when he's sitting on the throne. Right, let's consult with the astrologers.
They shall be sent for.
They shall be sent for. Very well. Okay. Sure. Whatever. I was not prepared for that cutscene, I have to say. Will they play that every time? I hope not. Alright, now we shall attack Normandy.
The astrologers just told you that you're a Virgo and you'll see a handsome stranger soon.
Interesting. I like it. Let's see, and there's a province with iron. And that would of course be Van. Okay. Not entirely sure about that. Sure. Let's see how that castle is going. They've... It's 22% complete, but the walls aren't even sticking up yet. What the hell? Are they just doing a lot of groundwork or something?
That's peasants for you.
Freaking peasants. No, they aren't actually peasants. They're probably craftsmen and laborers.
Yeah.
Different social strata. Oh, wait. Hello. Yep. Snidgen claims that you can make so that the walls stick up, but no, apparently not. Oh well, it'll work out. We're just gonna keep scouting things meanwhile.
Why are there people that are just banging on the ground? Even though there's nothing that's going to be built there. It's not like they're preparing foundation or something.
They are digging a hole because there are many men working here who need to poop. I guess.
Or we just have a really inefficient bureaucracy and we're literally hiring ditch diggers. Dig holes and fill them back in.
Well, to be fair, terrible logistics and a inefficient bureaucracy is sort of the defining features of the feudal era. It's not really...
And unspeakable cruelty.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're still unspeakably cruel today. We're just a bit more refined about it. We stopped with the whole, you know, drawing and quartering and boiling people alive stuff. Right, we have... all 4 neighbors are neutral provinces, so we don't need to worry about them attacking us. Neat. Right. So what else can we do?
Attack our neutral neighbors.
Can we go do happiness? Task. Status for happiness. I wish to know about our happiness status. Go!
Are you happy? Tell me. I'm a king who cares.
The king is never happy. He's a sad, sad man.
Probably not.
We're almost ready for attack. Come on.
Your army of conquest readies
I
itself
was
for
once
battle,
told
Your
that it's
Highness.
good to be the king.
This letter arrived bearing the seal of
So I
your
want to know
commander.
about your take on it.
Proceed. Wait, what? Holy shit. We outnumber these guys pretty badly, don't we?
Oh, so is it like Dominions 3? The combat, sorta?
Well, you can give orders during the fight, but it generally turns so chaotic immediately that there's no way that you will actually be able to. I like that there's just a command that says destroy. I like it. I like it.
I assume that's if they have, like, siege weapons or something.
Yup. Begin! Charge! Pew 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 pew! Let him have it, lads! Yeah, yeah! Why are you dancing? Fight, damn it. Unsurprisingly, we won. Exiting battle.
The archers have a rather unorthodox method of combat, which is to say firing straight ahead.
Pew pew pew! Oh dear. Well, now we should hopefully be able to collect stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Let's see.
if you hear explosions in the background, you can probably guess why.
What? For those of you watching the video on YouTube, this was recorded on the 4th of July of 2013. So, what's going on at the castle? Have you achieved anything? No? Okay. I don't even know.
Crafts in my ass.
Man, that happiness status is taking a while. I like that we took a province and our score increased by like 140. That is a lot of base points if taking the entirety of Normandy was just a Now, from what I understand, if you have a big castle that has many pieces, it will actually count as a defensive mechanism for provinces surrounding that province as well. But I have no idea how big it actually needs to be. And the game doesn't actually say. And yes, Chief, this is supposed to be France. Can't you... Yeah, if you just turn it like 90 degrees clockwise.
And you can see the Eiffel Tower right there.
Yeah. It's right there. Fluid Graveling has the manual on hand since he bought the games after seeing me play the first one. Why do we have a moat? Why do we have a moat? I did not order a moat constructed.
Perhaps... Actually, no, there's no explanation for that. I was gonna say they're automatic, but there's a button for moat right there.
Yes, there is a button for moat.
Maybe it's for moat upgrades, like alligators.
Man, you have no idea how expensive alligators are when you're in France. Oh hey, look at that, the map changes since it's shifted into autumn, or fall, if you prefer, depending on where in the world you are.
So do the seasons have any other
Your
effect?
army of conquest readies itself for battle, Your Highness.
I'm not entirely
This
sure,
letter arrived,
actually.
bearing the seal of your commander.
I think it affects some of the black market prices. And yes, proceed. Proceed! Since we outnumber them this badly, I don't really see the point in even, like, bothering. Just press begin. Start the murder.
Maybe you dedicated too much of your labor to making armies, and that's why the castle's taking so long too, or something.
No, they're actually completely separate. Your labor points and your military points, as you can see right there on the top, are completely different. Well then, I guess we can just keep spreading out. There's no point in stopping. And we still haven't taken enough losses to actually lose a single unit, apparently. I'm not complaining. Oh, you can turn battles and plots off now? That's, huh. Isn't that a bit cheating? Just a plot starts to turn sour and you just go into options and just turn it off.
So are we getting more labor points then by taking provinces?
I believe that you upgrade them somehow. It has been, I don't know how many years since last I played this game. And I mean, like, if we're talking years, what I actually mean is decades. It has probably been a decade since last I played this.
It's like riding a bicycle. Except not at all.
Castles too, exactly like a bicycle. Happiness complete. That's not how it works. Alright, let's put these guys on council. Which I think extends things. You get more points, I think.
The following note arrived from your military commander, sire.
Maybe you just have to build that up and then they give you a hint.
Let's feed our troops.
Do they really need it?
I like that you can delay it 1 month. It's like, is it okay if you guys just go without food for a month while I clear some things up here?
Majesty, stars
Yeah, that's
falling
about how
from
long it
heaven
can
into the
last.
earth can only mean that someone close to you will attempt to kill you. It speaks of unseen treachery and evil. It speaks of blood in the streets and daggers pointed
Grave
at one's back.
portents. If I was smarter, I would know what that meant.
It's too bad that there are no subtitles for the spoken word. Hello. I don't have a wolf now, I have a buzzard instead. Let's see. Where did my wolf go? Is he out hunting? God, that fucking close-up of my face.
Maybe he ran away because, you know, he's a wild animal and not
No,
domesticated.
he's my friend. I kept feeding him peasants. He loved me. So we can either ignore the message, or we can ask them to divine who will try to kill me, so that I can execute an innocent person, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
So let's not waste our ammo. Ignore!
Perhaps the next liege lord will take my advice more seriously.
Get out of here, astrologer. No one even cares about you. Right, Snidgen reveals that Council will either increase your diplomats, or it will give us an extra taskbar. I see. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty large
hello.
boom.
They made an awful lot of progress all of a sudden. Also, I like that the music is just going crazy. It's not supposed to go quite that fast, I think.
Your castle in Rouen is now completed, sire.
Ooh.
I don't think it looks like that. The castle in the image seems to be a slight bit more modern than mine. Like 200-300 years more modern, I was about to say, but... Alright.
It's clearly a romanticist castle.
Oh yes, of course. Let's see. Maybe we should just gather gold. Oh, no. Gold, I said gold, damn it. Gather gold so that we can buy food. So that we do not die. Right, a 52-point castle, look at that thing. Neat.
Beautiful.
It's the silliest castle ever built.
It's more of a fort, really.
Yeah,
Not that
I
there's
was about to
anything wrong with
say,
that.
it's basically a keep. Right, shall we extend that castle maybe? I don't know.
Well, it doesn't seem like we're really under any threat at the moment.
And now Blue Diabling is reading the manual and is starting to tell me what an idiot and I am in every way. I love streaming.
Your army of conquest ready.
Yes, proceed. These fellas look very serious, don't they?
I didn't know they had film back then.
Look, I just want to tell whoever recorded that film, when they said bucket helmets, they did not mean literal buckets with rivets on them. What the hell? God, the combat is so great because it's moving so fast. When they're just flailing wildly.
We won. We
won.
killed all 4 people that were in that province.
The 4 men brave enough to stand up.
The High Council presents its findings, sire.
Let's see, okay, no one is at war. Great. Let's cancel that task and see if there's anything else we can figure out. Can't they even do anything else? Let's see, the army can police the realm. Hell yes, go for it. Just go out there and start wrecking people. Let's see. Trade my 3 units for food, I guess. There we go. Thank you, Black Market.
Guy opens his trench coat. Hey, you want to buy some food?
Got some nice bread on sale, stranger. And we have a small castle. No, 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 that will not do.
That's the worst kind of castle.
Yes. God, the music. Holy crap.
How about we just make a bunch of layers?
That's what I'm planning.
Yeah, just have like 5 moats.
The Moat Master. And then we'll have taller and thicker walls on the outside, which means that the keep will be unable to see what's going on outside the walls. We should make it the perfect place for me to just relax in the summers.
Maybe they actually account for that, and that's a bad idea.
I doubt it. Now, I do know one thing, that you are supposed to always offset your gates slightly. There we go. Look at that. Brilliant.
What does the moat button do?
It adds a moat. Oh, hello. So that's what it's been doing. So while it says moat, they will dig a moat. If you click it, it says no moat, and then they won't dig one. There you go.
Well, the more moats, the better, so...
Yeah. The moat, the merrier. Never mind. I'm just saying things at this point. Right, so can we... We only have 1 taskbar though, so we can... It's not like we can actually set more tasks, can we? No. But there's no point in doing it. We really should just put everyone in there. We need more gold. We always need more golds. Snidgen, the little picture to the right of options in the design screen is exactly that you can load the designs, which means that you can load pre-made castles. But whoever does
boring.
that? I was about to say, how boring are you? Jeez. And this sure is an exciting game. Just sitting here watching.
You get to watch the bars go up, and then when they get all the way, something happens.
And then you get to do something
The results
else.
from the council have arrived, sire.
Great. Thanks. Great work, guys. Great work. Appreciate it.
So I was kind of right in that, when you fill up the council bar, they sort of give you a hint in that they just give you information that should be readily available.
Yup. Poor Elker is falling asleep due to my extremely soothing voice. I'm not falling for that one. Everyone on YouTube keeps yelling at me, "Oh my god, I hate your voice so much, it's so annoying, Jesus Christ." Deal with it. I always find it amusing though when you get people in the 12 to 16 age bracket that just commenting on the videos. You are super annoying.
But every friendship can grow stronger.
And then you check their list and it turns out
that you do not take us for granted.
They are subscribed to PewDiePie and are consistently commenting on his videos and how great he is. And then you realize, you're
Your
deaf.
staff informs me that you cannot afford to keep this bargain. I assure
Let's get to complete more iron. We don't want iron, we want more gold. Can never have enough golds. That music, Jesus Christ.
Apparently we do want more iron.
I see. Okay. I don't
And
even
the correct term.
I don't even know what it's used for. Oh well.
And the correct
yeah,
term is ferric, Sylvain. Not irony.
Get that ferrous goodness. So yeah, I suppose that, Snidgen is right. Since we already have 2 iron provinces, if we get another iron province, we can actually... Oh, hello! There is someone else over there.
Let's kill them.
It's the Valois, and they have our iron. Oh, hello, look at that! We can now both build castles and get shit done. Good stuff.
Well, I suppose we should build one on the front there, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, can we actually get the build castle thing? God damn it. Why is not the build castle button popping up? Now I am confused. I suppose there might be a cost related to it, and I just can't see it, and that's why everything is going crazy. Oh well. Let's get some iron.
I'm sure somebody from the chat will help us.
I'm sure. Actually, stop refining that gold. Seriously, we don't need to do that right now. Refining gold cancelled. But yes, I do want it cancelled, so stop that. Stop it! Jeez. Where is my build castle button, damn it? Scouting complete. Oh, hello. Oh, there's the Pope. Hello, Pope.
So it's like a bisphoric then? Or the Pope just decided to set up shop in France, I guess.
Yeah, the Pope just decided, you know what? I want to live in France. It's a pretty cool place. Apparently the Pope likes me. The only one who doesn't like me very much is the Valois, mainly because we're neighbors. And oh right, I just remembered you can actually speed the game up by holding down the right mouse button. Look at me being a big silly baby.
Oh dear.
Oh me. Let's see. Shall we spy on the Pope? Yes. Let us spy on the Pope. What is the Pope up to?
Him and his depraved popery.
Yes, that is exactly how it works. Depraved popery. I don't even know what that means. What is a popery? How do you pope?
It's that stuff you put in a bowl and, you know, it smells good.
Oh, yeah, that stuff. Man, look at me, being all silly, not knowing what popery is.
Majesty, there are some strange things happening in Annonay. An entire village has vanished. Every man, woman, and child has simply disappeared. Rumors of a cursed pool of evil have spread throughout the province, and people are greatly
Journey
afraid.
to the pool and have a pool party.
So apparently there's a magical pool that just swallows people. Let's journey there to show them that everything is fine. Everything is fine, yeah.
You are indeed brave, my liege.
Let's go dip our toes in that water and see what happens.
Your lordship, we are good friends,
Gonna have
but
a pool
every
party.
friendship can grow
Cool
stronger. An
pool
offer
party.
of 2 gold would prove that you do not take.
Yeah,
would
shut
you
up.
rather give us a mere 1 gold?
You are
Would you
not
accept
getting
a
my
gift
stuff.
of 1 gold to improve our relations? Let us toast our alliance.
I bring you a message from your chief of intelligence, sire.
The hell? So he asked for 2 gold and I said no. Then he asked for 1 and I said no, and he said, okay, how about this? How about I give you 1 gold? Yes?
That's how you negotiate.
Oh man. The Pope pays his spies twice what we pay ours. So he's not telling me anything. Oh, you... Oh... Oh, jeez. You stole...
That stingy Pope.
Son of a bitch. There, do we have enough resources to build that freaking castle now? What resources do we even need? It would be neat if it actually told me.
Maybe we just need like a lot more iron or something because of the tall
more of
walls.
everything.
Yeah,
We need more everything.
we underestimated the logistical needs.
How unusual on this stream.
Or maybe the laborers refuse because there's no moat.
I bring you a message from your chief of intelligence.
Let's see.
They just think we're crazy.
The spy was arrested for vagrancy, escaped from the dungeons, and is now living as a beggar on the streets of Paris. But why didn't
Sounds
you
like it'd make a
why
good
did you
book.
just come back? I'm paying you for this. Why do you choose
Travel was
to
expensive in those days.
But why does he choose to be a beggar? I don't get it.
Maybe he realized that he could make more money that way.
Oh, jeez. I must be a terrible guy.
We have 0 gold, so...
Oh, hush. Fine. Put everyone on getting that gold.
We were paying him in iron.
Majesty, your spy was successful. He has sent
Let's
this
see.
report of his findings.
Whoa, Andrew has 8 territories? Clearly I am falling behind. Holy shit, attack everything. Jesus Christ.
Oh dear.
What the hell? And they actually have food. I don't have any food.
Well...
Come to think of it, why is there no food production in our homeland? That seems incredibly weird. How were you surviving up until this point?
Requires your immediate attention, sire.
Imports.
You do not have enough gold, sire. The troops will return in a month.
Yes, I'm sure they will. Look, I'm working on it, okay? Jeez. See there, now we have enough gold. Stop being such a worrywart. We're fine. We are fine. I'm telling you. But still, damn. They spread out.
The king sends
quite
you
a
an
bit.
IOU.
See you later, assholes. Let's keep counseling.
Greetings, neighbour. A gift of 2 gold would certainly... Would
No.
you rather give us a mere 1 gold?
No.
If you are not prepared to compromise...
Miraculously, the village that was deserted is no longer deserted. Imagine
When
that.
the stars started falling from the heavens, one of the villagers said it was the end of the
Wait, so-
world.
So what are the
We all fled to
implications
the
of that?
caves to take refuge until the end of the world was over.
She's telling
Then
us
we
right now.
realized that staying in a cave
Oh.
and waiting for the end of the world was a stupid idea. And we were hungry, so we returned to the village.
Apparently someone suggested, hey, I got a good idea. What if we go live in a cave when the world ends and we'll survive? But then once they started getting hungry, they started thinking, you know what? Maybe this is a stupid idea anyway.
Clearly anybody who wants to live in a cave is secretly a dwarf.
So we can issue a proclamation forbidding people from living in caves. We can have the magic pool drained, or we can choose to just ignore it.
Beats me. That's why I'm not a king.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do in situations like this involving magic
I just
pools.
don't know. Well, the chat is telling us to ignore it.
I hope this doesn't mean the world will end soon.
That's boring.
And if we ignore it, you guys goes, oh, I hope the world won't end. Oh, jeez. It probably won't. Just putting that out there.
Sire, a message from your field commander.
Yes, proceed with the battle.
The pool was filled with Mountain Dew.
Oh, jeez.
We could have ruled the world.
Widespread diabetics. Finally. Man, this music is so great when it's sped up.
Really though, imagine if somebody, in medieval times, found Mountain Dew. They would think it was some kind of magical reagent of some sort.
Super
This-
potion.
This bright green, caffeinated beverage.
The following note arrived from your seneschal, sir.
Yes, pay the troops. Crying out
Your Majesty,
loud.
I bring you the results of the most recent meeting of the High Council.
Anjou and Aragon are at war. Oh, okay. Good for them. Yes, keep counseling. Yes, keep counseling forever! And refining gold, of course.
Sire, a message from your field commander.
Yes, we proceed with the battle. Oh, hello. There are actually dudes here now.
Oh god. We're gonna die.
We're fucked! I think we still outnumber them, though. At least we have more archers than they do. Which in a medieval battle actually matters quite a bit. But apparently their guys are more than our guys. Well done.
What? That's not fair.
You are losing, it says. Let's leg it. Run away. Leg it.
Well, that shouldn't have happened.
Well, that shouldn't have happened. I guess those guys just weren't neutral anymore. Either that or they were that kind of silent badass.
The results from the council have arrived, sire.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's rescout that. Oh, yeah. It had been taken over by the Valois. Oops.
It seems to me that we just got screwed as far as resources.
Pretty much. We need more gold. We always need more gold. We also need a shitload more troops now that our troops were wrecked.
Majesty, the pool of evil has brought another sign of doom. A tailed star has appeared in the morning sky.
Jesus Christ. The pool is back, and this time apparently it's full of demons.
I don't think so.
I'm getting really tired of your shit.
I remember the last king who ignored a sign of doom. You remember what happened to King Francis the Old, don't you? He was 90, but he never lived
demons
to be
were actually
91
inflatable
after
dolphins.
he ignored that warning.
Majesty, a saboteur has visited us.
A saboteur has visited us. Oh yeah, what did it do?
Majesty, a saboteur
Apparently you're
broke
doomed.
God damn it, saboteurs just keep sabotering things. How unfortunate.
They need to go on a sabbatical.
Your military commander sent this note, sire. It's marked...
Now we don't have any food. Well,
Yeah, apparently you didn't expand enough, and now you're going to die.
I had no idea how much you needed to expand. Holy shit. As I told you, it's been so long since I played this game.
Majesty,
Now everyone is just sabotaging me and stealing my troops. Why is got to be such dicks? They're just envious of my cool castle. Fucking assholes.
Majesty, the bishop failed to cast out demons from the pool of evil. It has devoured a young man who entered for a swim and never was seen again.
Apparently my throne room changed.
Yeah, I noticed.
So a guy went to swim. And then he drowned.
Clearly, foul play is at
Ignore.
work.
Perhaps there is more important business to take care of.
Yes, there is more important business to take care of currently, actually. You might not have realized this, but we are on the verge of being murdered. Just putting that out there. Oh wow.
Maybe the pool will allow us to make a deal with the
my
devil.
only mean of getting food is from the black market, but the guy at the black market ran away with my stuff without actually giving me the food.
That's what you get for trading entirely
Yes.
legal goods on the black market.
Right, fuck it. things are happening.
Gonna administrate the hell out of this.
Your Majesty, we have lost a territory.
The people of Normandy have just randomly
Majesty?
decided, you know what, fuck your shit. Oh, King Henry VIII is sad. He is sad.
Why must we remain enemies? Give us 3 gold and we may have peace. I should have expected this.
Majesty, a saboteur broke...
God, all these saboteurs.
We want to give you a chance to show your goodwill. Give us the sum of 4 gold and we may improve...
But Majesty, this crime will raise everybody against you. You are so
Sacrificial
wise to
toast
let him
suggests
go
you
and tell
expand
everybody
north.
about your power to master your
A bit
Majesty.
late for that. I'm just trying to desperately build my castle now.
Sire,
But everyone is
We
just
have been
rebelling.
enemies for too long. Perhaps a gift of 5
Because they know a
gold.
sinking ship when they see it.
Arrogant fool!
That guy
Your
just
Majesty.
keeps asking for gold.
I have heard some disturbing news. Apparently the nearby village of Clouseau is suffering from an outbreak of fever. The fever seems to be spreading, and people are not recovering as quickly as we might expect.
Send the royal physician to investigate.
the following note arrived from your seneschal, sir.
Ah, yes. Paying the
Do not
troops.
have enough gold.
Yeah, how about that?
Your castle in Rouen is...
There we go. Now I have a large castle. That means that I am cooler than you guys. Look at that thing.
Delightful.
It's great. Now, of course, we have a bit of a problem. We can't do anything.
Yep.
Majesty? Your Majesty, I've examined the village of Clouseau. The people are afflicted with a mysterious
Maybe we can just
fever.
forget about war.
Many of them have been sick
Live
for
in
more than
peace.
a week, but only one has died, an old man who was already in ill health. I suggest you post guards to keep the villagers out of town and any unwary travelers out of the village. We must pray that this illness will quietly run its course.
Sure, keep track of things though. No food, no money, no resources, but at least I got a neat castle out of it.
That's all that really matters.
I was about to
The
say,
game
I'm
is called
satisfied.
Castles.
I don't know why everyone's so bothered. Look at my castle, it's
Majesty?
amazing.
It's got 2 layers of walls.
Your Majesty, I am convinced that something must be done about this village. This fever
Are you
does
sad,
not
Henry
seem
VIII?
very
You got the
deadly.
castle.
Only 2 have died of it, and both were already frail. After the residents recover, however, they soon relapse. As people regain their health, perhaps we should remove them from the village.
A city of tents.
Yup. Send them to a tent city, just like in Africa. It worked out down there, right? Oh no, it's a lone rider.
Despite your past indiscretions, your staff informs me that you cannot afford.
Stop begging me for gold, you silly Billy. I don't have any. Get out. And now what?
How dare they rise up again?
Everyone
7
keeps
seals.
rising up against me.
Your Majesty,
What dicks.
the people of Clouseau are slowly
The
regaining
7th
their
seal
health.
seems to be tragically missing
Some of the
from all
locals are
these
not
clips.
particularly happy with your
Would've been
handling of
perfect.
the affair, but your nobles feel that your actions were appropriate. You have learned valuable lessons about the administration of your kingdom.
Oh, hello. So by sending them to a tent city, we got an additional point of administration. Okay.
Hmm.
I see. We are the worst
A
kind of
message
people.
bearing grave news, Your Highness.
Right, let's
I'll
place our troops.
troops.
Oh, hello. We actually got some infantry, apparently. Let's put them all up there.
Apparently one is sitting on a rampart
Pew 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 pew! Oh dear, he just fell out of the tower.
Dummy.
That's not very clever, is it? And they're firing a ballista at my gates. How do you expect that to work? You're not very clever, are you?
The moat is working as intended. They can
Drown,
walk on
you
water.
bastards!
No.
Drown!
They have developed inflatable shoes.
Flat mode engaged. Oh no, they're climbing the walls, and that means that we lose, apparently. Welp. That was unfortunate. Now we don't actually have a castle.
Huh.
This is the worst. I hate this. Oh well. Let's just sit here and wait for death, I suppose.
Let us no longer be foes. Give us...
Majesty!
Fuck you.
We shall be avenged.
Off with his head. I've got nothing to lose, baby.
We are being attacked, sire. The message just arrived.
Oh no! His armies are attacking us. Begin. Do I even have any mans? Oh, hello. Hooray! Here we go. Peasant levy, go!
The fate of the realm is in your hands.
Apparently that didn't work out. Whoa, that guy is super buff.
Jesus.
Oh, look at that. I was not actually executed.
Yeah, that's...
Well then, that's not too bad. Why is there a volcano in the background? And what is going on with the perspective here, really?
I'd say we won, really. I mean, we obviously weren't qualified to be king, and now we're in a position that's, you know, more in line with our abilities.
Yeah. And besides, kings of France always get short end of the stick in the end. As did the feudal monarchy, in fact. And everyone is average. What? I guess this is the high score list, I think? Right, let's load up the reference. How about an intro to castles?
Oh yeah.
The Normans built the first proper castles after the invasion of 1066.
Look at that
They
resolution.
needed bases from where they could patrol the countryside and strongholds to protect themselves from Saxon attack. These strongholds were also their homes.
Is this Terry Jones?
The castles had to be built in a hurry, so they were made of timber
I honestly
and placed
don't know.
on top of an earth mound
Sounds
called a
like
moat, with a
He did another
courtyard below
documentary on,
known as a bailey.
you know, on the medieval age.
2 years after the Battle of Hastings, William the Conqueror built a motte and bailey castle here at Warwick. That's all that remains of that early castle, the motte.
No, that's not him.
The Bayeux Tapestry shows us the big disadvantage of those early castles. Attackers could easily set fire to the wooden palisades and buildings. So the castle builders began to use stone instead. The first thing was to build a stone wall around the bailey in place of the wooden palisades, and then to build another stone wall on top of the motte. This was called a shell keep. But the earth on top of the moat often couldn't
That's
take
actually
the
to
weight
scale.
of
People
a
fought
strong
wars with
tower.
mice back then.
So,
Yeah.
they built a keep in the bailey instead. And for added safety, the entrance to this was at first floor level up a flight of steps. It wasn't very comfortable living in the keep, so eventually the lords moved out into proper houses in the bailey. This meant that they weren't so well protected, so the walls had to be strengthened even more. Of course, the weakest part of any castle was the entrance. You needed a really strong gatehouse, and even an outer gate or barbican. Edward I added an extra ring of walls around his castles, always lower
This
in
is
height than the
escalating
inner
rather quickly,
walls.
isn't it?
Round the whole thing, there was often a moat. Of course, many castles couldn't have a water-filled moat because they were too high up. Like at Warwick, where the River Avon was too far below the castle to fill the moat. So another solution had to be found.
It seems like
dry
he put
moat,
the higher
or
walls
rather this ditch,
on the inside.
isn't nearly as deep as it used to be.
What do you know?
But then it must have been a major obstacle for any would-be attacker. And rightly so.
Oh god.
That guy is wearing his jeans way too high.
Machicolations? Do they perhaps mean crenellations? Huh. Well, that was the reference at least. Pretty neat. So let's take a look at the designs. Can view all.
Beaumaris, the beautiful marsh, was the grandest and most following
Blah, blah,
Madoc's
blah, blah, blah.
construction on Beaumaris was the greatest of all the designs of Master James of Savoy, the great architect responsible for Beaumaris, Caernarvon, Harlech, Conway, and the other great Welsh castles of Edward I. Its concentric walls were perfectly proportioned to give
That's
increased
pretty
lines of
neat.
fire against an attacking enemy. It had exceptionally well-guarded entrances on the north and the south, and if an enemy broke through these gates and found themselves in the castle's inner ward, they would be forced to approach the inner gate at an angle that made them extremely vulnerable to archer fire.
I see. The hell?
This is the most regular concentric castle in Britain, built on flat, marshy ground without any high land to help defend it. The very name Beaumaris means fair marsh. Beside the outer gate here, there's a small fortified dock for ships to bring in supplies. They will come straight in there, and incidentally, there's one of the original iron rings for the ships to tie up at. They'd sail in through this sort of sea passage, right direct from the sea. If we go through the outer gate here, past the guarding arrow loops and the threatening murder holes,
Stream Shadow's making fun of the poor man's British
you have to
accent.
take a sharp turn to the right.
Did he just
to
call
get
those the
through
murder
to
holes?
The next gate,
Yep, that's the official term
past
actually.
this barbican here.
They are
And in
called
the
murder
meantime,
holes, that's the
there
thing,
are
that's the term.
crossbowmen up there, and there,
Maybe murder meant something else back
and
then.
there. Here's what a concentric castle is all about. Just look how the inner defences tower over the outer wall. And the outer wall's pretty substantial too. Look at all those arrow loops. You wouldn't stand much of a chance against those chaps up there, would you?
He sounds so excited to be describing a castle.
Bodium, sentinel.
I don't care about Bodium. Shut up. Oh hey, and after you've watched the video, it actually gets a bit of X there. So you can see which ones you've actually watched and which ones you haven't. There you go. Neat. I'm not going to show the game tutorial though, because it's literally just game screens and a guy going, "See, this is how you do it, man, you are so dumb." Snitcher wants to see what they have to say about Windsor. Alright, let's take a look.
Windsor Castle is
It's the only one I
currently
ever
the
heard of.
principal residence of the British royal family, the Royal House of Windsor. The actual Windsor Castle was started in 1070 by William the Conqueror, but the present castle owes more to Henry I, Henry II, and Edward III. Today, a woman who is just as famous as Arthur, Queen Elizabeth II, uses Windsor as her chief residence. Numerous art treasures and objects of history are held in secure vaults within the castle, which recently survived a destructive fire. Centuries of building and additions have made Windsor one of the largest castles in England. Edward III rebuilt the great castle and gave it a concentric structure, like Beaumaris and Caerphilly, so that it required an attacker to pass through multiple gates to get to the central keep. Today, Windsor has an enchanting
Seems
beauty
to me there's a
about
lot
it.
of, I don't know,
Fairy tale
white space
quality.
in that design.
A quality that is suitable
Well,
for
that's
the
because
house
when
of
you see,
kings
when the
and
guys get
queens.
inside, you stand on the inner concentric walls here in the keep, and then you shoot at them. So they basically have to run over open ground with no cover while you can continue murdering them.
Ah.
And that is also why the interior walls are supposed to be taller, because then even if they take the other walls, they can't actually fire into the keep. So having it there increases the happiness of your subjects in the game. But its defenses are weak and its construction costs are high, so it's terrible. I see.
So just having a fancy castle makes your citizens happier.
Yeah.
They just go, oh wow, that's neat.
No, hey, it didn't have a movie. Bullshit. Why not? Harlech. What is Harlech all about? Harlech is inexpensive, yet so large as to be nearly impregnable. Unfortunately, the mere presence of this castle of lost causes tends to reduce the army's effectiveness in battle. What?
Why?
Oh no, we have a castle. I can't
East
handle
entrance is
it.
protected by a huge moat and a remarkably large gatehouse. Most of the castle is built on Castle Rock, a steep and inaccessible cliff. While Harlech may have been the castle of lost causes, no one could deny its strength, and surely no enemy could have looked upon its large stone face without trepidation.
Harlech here and the rest embodied the very latest thinking in defense, not only in Britain, but in Europe too. Using the imagination of a highly gifted artist, Alan Sorrell, we can take that leap back in time to visualize the imposing power of Harlech Castle.
Neat.
Even after emasculation by time and weather, and scarring by
That
many
guy really
battles past,
emphasizes his
the
explosives.
Gatehouse at Harlech still
Imposing
throws
power.
down its haughty challenge for all comers. To the 13th century visitor, it must have presented a daunting prospect indeed. And across this ditch, between two stone
He's
towers,
wearing the
a
same
stone
suit in
bridge
this video as well.
with a drawbridge at either end.
Is that like his
This is where the
castle
pivots
visiting
of
suit?
the inner one would have been. So as the drawbridge
Well, documentaries
rose
need
up,
continuity as well, for
its
some
rear
reason.
end came down into this pit underneath me here. This brings us up to the gatehouse.
Slightly
And now
imposing.
for the gate passage. And here there would have been a pair of massive wooden doors closing in, secured by a drawbar, heavy drawbar across there. And now a portcullis, worked by
love
a man
this
in the
much.
room above. And as I advance towards the next obstacle, I'm very fully aware of the crossbowmen behind those arrow slits. And just look up there. You've got to use your imagination, but just suppose the arch complete, across the arch planks, in the planks trapdoors. They are murder holes. And they had a double purpose. First, to shower projectiles, missiles, boiling water, whatever you like, onto unwelcome visitors. And second, to pour water, this time cold water, onto fires that might be started against the gates. And now for a second portcullis and a second group of doors with a drawbar. And another portcullis, and another door, and another drawbar, all cunningly arranged so that anyone coming in could be isolated while his credentials were checked by closing the barrier behind before opening the one in front. Yet manning a castle like this, probably no more than 30 men at arms. Careful planning and strong walls did the rest.
30 men. 30 men in that. That must have been so lonely. You're just walking around the castle tower, you're just looking out, I wonder what the other guys are. You go to bed after a day of work and you haven't actually met anyone else.
Well, you're probably paid well. Maybe.
I suspect that there were actually more people there, such as craftsmen, laborers and people actually living within the walls, but only 30 soldiers, when it was not properly garrisoned. Well, that was Castles 2. We've basically shown off all the game has to offer at this point. Building castles, sieging castles, watching castles and videos, building some more castles.
There's a lot of stuff about castles.
Yeah, fighting over who gets to build a castle in a certain province. Collecting resources so that you can build castles. Yup. It's about castles, basically.
Magic pools.
Yeah, magic pools that swallow men alive if they go into them themselves and forget that they can't swim.
Maybe if we would have drained the pool, we would have got like some kind of super moat.
Or a pile of rotting corpses, perhaps.
As I said, a super moat.
A moat consisting of just zombies. Tens of thousands of zombies. Just lying one top of another, packed like sardines.
Well, I was thinking more it would be just really fetid water, which isn't good for anybody that goes into it.
I suppose. Well then, that was Castles 2, Siege and Conquest, trademarked. So, yeah, I guess we're leaving off here. Thank you for joining me, Button Gripple.
No problem.
And I will see all you viewers later, I suppose.